Alright guys, welcome to your 34th project video, and now that we grabbed all of their information, we need to query the database two more times. The first time, we need to query it to insert this information into the permanent users table. The second time, we just need to delete it from the temporary users table, because if it's in the permanent, then they are a verified user. They no longer need their information in the temporary table, because that's just for verification purposes. Almost messed up that word. So let's go ahead and get to that right now. Now, actually, what I'm going to do is cheat just a little bit and copy this twice. Bang. And actually, how can I do this incredibly easy? Set that up right like that and do another one right here. Now I'm going to name this one result 1 and result 2 because of course we already have a variable named result, and the first result is going to be responsible for taking the information and inserting it into the permanent users database. So in order to do that, just write the query insert. Did I name that? Yep. Insert into users. Okay, sausage fingers, type correctly. Insert into users. What columns? Well, the first column is user underscore ID. The second one is for the username, and I named that username. The third one is email. Fourth, password. And then after this, we have role. Now, what the role is standard users are going to have the role user. You also have the option of appointing people admin, which is going to be admin, and moderators. And whenever we're talking about, different roles of different power users who can appoint who, we'll talk about that later on. But standard user is just a user. Remember that for now. And the last one is credits. Now, what this is I am going to allow you guys to have the option of, do people need to buy credits or do they not need to buy credits to use the website? That's a decision that whenever we're done with the site, you guys can vote on. Personally, I would like to see the site be able to use for free for everyone, but again, this site is pretty much up to you guys. I'm going to give you guys the foundation and then leave it in your hands. So if we don't need that, then we can just fill it in 0 for everything and not even worry about it. But if we decide that we want to sell credits, and again, if we decide to, you guys keep the money, not me. This is your guys' site, not mine. Then that's a decision you guys have to make. But anyways, for the values for this, I'm going to write... Actually, I can just copy this. This will make things a little bit better. For the default values, whenever someone registers, the user ID is going to be blank. Now, it's going to be blank because it gets auto-incremented, so we don't need to worry about this. MySQL and PHP are going to take care of this. We don't need to worry about that. The username is, of course, whatever variable was right here. Whatever they entered for username. Their email is same thing. Whatever they chose for the email. The password, same old story. Password. Now the role, this isn't a variable. This is actually a varchar. Just go ahead and type user right here. That's the default role. Now again, like I said, whenever we decided that we want to appoint someone an administrator or a moderator for the website, the people that have the power of deleting items and deleting spammers account, we can just go ahead and change it, through phpMyAdmin. But for now, just appoint everyone a user, and we could upgrade that later on. And for credits, if you guys decide that you want to sell credits, then we will add to this later on. But for now, just make it a 0. Now that's another thing. Whenever you're inserting numerical values into a table, you don't put the numerical value in between quotation marks because quotation marks are just for strings. So that is what this query is going to do, pretty much insert all of their information into the permanent users table. So now their information is in two tables, the temporary table and the permanent users table. So once it's in the permanent table, we no longer need it in the temporary users table, so we can go ahead and delete it. So deleting stuff is probably one of the easiest things to do in MySQL. Delete from temp users. Do we want to delete everything? Nope, we only want to delete it where user underscore ID is equal to the user ID right here. Bam, wham, thank you, ma'am. So there you go, and everything is looking good so far. Now, the very last thing I want to do is I want to make a simple if statement. Just make sure that everything ran smoothly. If something messed up, then I just want to, give them an error message. Maybe they, accidentally click the link twice or something. So I'm just going to test one of these results because really I don't need to test them both because they're running right after another. So let's go ahead and say if not result number one. So this is pretty much what we don't want to happen. We don't want them to see this message, but they will see it if they made a mistake or something. Let's say oops, your account could not be activated. Okay. Activated. Please contact the, I don't know, system admin. Explanation point. Else, now this is the message that we do want them to see. What we want to do is, if everything went successfully, we want to take them to the prompt page. And remember, the very first message of that prompt page was, congratulations, your account is now registered. You can go ahead and log in. So the link to that page is header. And the header is location. And I believe it was prompt PHP and x equals 0. So what this link is pretty much a link to the prompt page. It says good job, you clicked on the link, good for you. And actually, I guess we might as well check this too. You know how we checked if their email and their keyword was set successfully? If for some reason it isn't, and this probably is only going to happen if they tried to hack our website through SQL injection or something like that. But we might as well tell them, hey, we're on to you. So echo a simple error message such as error. We'll give them this message again. Please contact system admin. And again, this is only going to happen if, they have email that we don't recognize, or it's not in the email format, or, something else happens. But they should never see this message or this message. What should happen is, first, it's going to select all of their information from the temporary table, store it in variables. It's going to move it all over to the permanent users table, and also delete it from the temporary users table. And then it's going to take them to the prompt page where it says, congratulations, you didn't F anything up, good for you. So there you go. We are now done with this activate.php page. What I'm going to do is upload this, and actually if you guys see any errors, I know I was kind of trying to talk and teach at the same time. If I messed up anything, then just leave a comment in the section below. And if not, we're ready to move on to the next page, which is the page where they can finally log into the website. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.